Having the best product is not enough if you don't have the right price. But how do you price your product for success?
Pricing is a balancing act. Too high and you risk no business. Too low and you undervalue your work and make no money. So where's the sweet spot? We ask the experts.
1.
My biggest piece of advice is just thinking about what do you need to survive as a business and to thrive and grow. And if it's not necessarily making a few bucks today, but really making more dollars over time, think about that lifetime value. Think about how it's going to impact over time. And don't be so short-sighted with the price. So stay competitive, stay in a realm that's comfortable for you so you're not, going bankrupt, but think about it long-term and how it can impact your business.
2.
The challenge people have setting their price is they really don't know their true value. So once they understand what their true value is, then they can set pricing, right? So people buy on perception of value. And so, if you think about whoever owns a Tesla, that's great. I like Teslas too, but are they really worth a couple $100,000? I don't know, But a lot of people think it is. So to me, the value perception is not there to spend that kind of money on that particular car. So on other people, obviously it is because they're buying. So it goes back to what is the value that we are conveying that they are seeking. To value perceptions match up and give that business return on investment and the personal return on investment that the people are looking for. And that's where you set your pricing. And pricing is one of those things that we're always testing. So a lot of times people won't test the price. Most of the time people can sell for more if their value perception is higher in the perceived buyer's mind, but they never test it. But that's how we go about it. Of course, there's other ways of doing it, but that's the primary way.
3.
Price is one of those things that I've always said you can die by price and you can sell by price, but it's never going to be probably the right client at the end of the day. But when you're setting prices, you also have to take into account your time and the quality that you're giving them. So you can underprice yourself in the market really easy and be the cheapest guy on the block. But a lot of people are looking for quality anymore and not just the cheapy get what you get, because there isn't always a lot of professionalism and a lot of thought behind it. So I would say know your audience. There's a big difference of selling someone in New York City versus selling somebody in McMinnville, Oregon, and what those prices are going to look like, whether you're, a branding agency or, you're selling widgets, whatever the case is. And so knowing who your target is, but also taking in the fact that, your experience and yourself and what you put into it with your clients is also going to help drive your price. Don't be afraid to be the cheapest. Don't be afraid to be the most expensive.
4.
So think about your offer and then think about what your customers will do without you. Like, what are their alternatives? What are their substitutes? And that may be something that exactly correlates with your offer. Like if I were next door to another jewelry store, obviously that's a direct competition to me, offering a very, very similar thing. You have to kind of also think about outside of that box. If there weren't a jewelry store in their town or their area, they could order something online. They could look at antique shops. They could do any number of things, right? I would say whatever your business is, look at what your customers' options are, and then look at the way that you differentiate yourself and the value that you're creating. And then try to understand, this usually happens through trial and error, but try to understand what your really value is to the customer. And the closer you can come to understanding the true value to the customer, the more aligned your pricing can be. So we talked a lot at Babson about value creation and value capture. The first priority is to create something really valuable. So you're really truly serving people and not just trying to sell, trying to make money. But then once you're truly creating something of value, you have to figure out how to capture that value to make it a sustainable business.
The Best of Business Show is brought to you by the BASA Awards. The BASA Awards exist to recognize, reward, and promote exceptional small businesses. We run 4 award programs: Best of America, Best of Australia, Best of Canada, Best of UK. Remember, it's strictly for small businesses only. Nominate your business today.